We continue with how to do soft confrontations so you don't alienate the person and they get all scared and jump up and start screaming at you. Is there a soft way to do it? So in this, when they are presenting you with a load of rap, what do you do? So in this lecture I'm going to explain a linguistic option of new versus old. The 21st century versus the 18th century of Adam Smith, say. Or today thinking versus yesterday's thinking. So let's say a person gives you the evangelical ideology. There's a God, there's a Holy Spirit, Jesus is the Son of God, He is full God, He came to earth to save you from sin, that if you believe in Him with your whole mind, heart, body, soul, then you will go to heaven, or if you don't believe, you're going to go to hell. And so they give you the whole rap that the Bible is a totally inspired book of God and true in every word, and that you have to believe the Bible. That's the authoritative holy book. And so they've given you the whole thing. And so you begin to say things like, I'm aware as you say that was quite the thing in the first century, where virgin births were very frequent, where different great people were considered to be born because sex was naughty and bad, or something in the dark, or something men did to women. And so I understand this virgin birth thing of Jesus and how Mary was his mother. He came out of her womb, but it was the Holy Spirit, an angel, who put the seed in her. I understand that because I've read it in a number of accounts back in the ancient days. By the way, I said ancient. I'm just sewing in a soft little word, ancient days. That's the way they thought. And I also understand that, as you do, I'm sure, that's a, I say, as you do, I'm sure, that's a transition statement, so the person doesn't get real upset. That back in the first century and the previous centuries, and actually way on up till the time of Nikolai Copernicus, people thought the world was flat. Theology was written as if the world was flat. Gods are up, gods come down. Gods go back up, gods come back down. That's in the Old Testament. Jesus was up, Jesus came down. Jesus goes back up in the ascension, and then the angels come down, the angels go back up. And there was a flat earth, but I know you know that. By the way, that's a distraction. I know you already know that. And you will say that they go out, that God go out, and that they are no longer confined to the earth, that they go out. And so I understand that that's the new definition that came forth, particularly in the 20th century, when Edwin Hubble, out in California at Palomar, studying the stars, realized that we were not just in one galaxy, the only galaxy. There were hundreds, and then later through time we've learned over 200 billion galaxies, each with 100 to 300 million stars. So some of the understanding that I'm sure you already know is that we live in a multiple universe. And I have heard people say, well, there being such immense space and 200 billion galaxies simply means that my God is larger than I thought. So, well, I want you to know that I do hear you, I hear your gospel, and I find myself, I don't want to be offensive, but I find myself more given to science than the redefinitions have been in terms of Christianity. Okay, that is the way of using new versus old. And remember that we're planting seeds, and we're planting seeds with the knowledge that a seed planted will be a seed germinated, and it may grow. And that is our great hope as we give these soft confrontations.